Okay. 各位同學仔早晨。首先我想俾你哋睇下我呢條好幼嘅呔嘅 school tie， 係我喺 Form 1 1963年嗰陣時買嘅，就冇嗰啲 stripes 嘅。嗰陣時咧就淨係啲 prefect 先至有啲 stripes。咁咧佢而家咧就53歲啦，就年紀一路大過你哋好多，你哋嘅爸爸。咁呢2年，最近呢2年咧，嗰啲男裝就好多都係好窄身嘅。咁而家半個世紀之後咧，佢哋先追得上我哋聖保羅50年前嘅 fashion sense 嘅校服咁窄嘅。你哋有邊個中意打籃球㗎？冇人 ？OK， 2、3個。OK， 哇！你哋咁少人舉手，咁怕醜，你第日大個啲點追女仔啊？因為喺60幾年代嗰陣時咧，我仲喺聖保羅讀嗰陣時咧，我有個好同學就係傅浩強。當年咧就程翔就係我哋嘅head prefect， 咁傅浩強咧就係 second prefect to 程翔。佢咧就好中意打籃球嘅，好叻嘅，就係聖保羅校隊嘅 captain， 即係隊長。咁佢做 captain 嗰年咧，就聖保羅校隊咧就係全香港冠軍，贏晒所有其他啲學校。佢就而家都仲有講嗰件事嘅，我哋好多時啲同學聚埋一齊嗰陣時。咁佢咧就唔係好似你哋咁怕醜，咁怕醜，佢就嗰陣時。就好多女朋友嘅，咁佢去親打波咧比賽咧，就好多聖 Stephen's Girl 咧就圍住佢咁，哇，你好靚仔啊，你好有型啊嗰啲咁嘅嘢。咁終於咧佢就同一個聖 Stephen Girl 就結咗婚，就做咗佢太太。咁跟住咧佢就係做咗個骨科嘅醫生surgeon。佢咧，佢發明咗啲新嘅手術，即係新嘅方法去做一啲手術，就世界出名。咁佢而家全世界咧好多啲醫院啊，同埋大學啊嗰啲地方咧，有好多嗰啲院長咧都係佢教出嚟嘅學生。咁你哋可能聽過中國有個打籃球好叻嘅高佬姚明。同埋有個巴西腳個球王比利，呢2個人咧，佢哋啲手腳有咩事啊、整親啊、有咩問題咧，都係揾傅浩強去幫佢哋醫嘅。咁我睇下佢哋邊先。OK，that's about the end。咁今朝咧就 Dr. Fu 就想同你哋傾下偈，好唔好？Good. Okay.
So 早晨 ，Good morning， 好開心翻嚟。So last time I was on stage, I was in a rock and roll band. The first time 聖坡有個電吉他，有打鼓，1966年喺呢度。打鼓，但係啲先生就唔中意嗰陣時，打完之後咧，先生話唔好再打太早。第二咧就Terry就會彈，就普通吉他冇咁嘈嗰時。So today I'm going to tell you what I have lived my life through, the long journey through St. Paul Boys. So this is going to be your journey too, in the next 50, hopefully 60, 70 years. It's a lifelong journey. Is it going? Is it? Well, you can advance for me. Okay. Sorry. 好，嗱我就好方便。我個屋企人喺佛山 ，came from 佛山 to Hong Kong about 160 years ago. So we live right in Bondi Road, 64號 B, for 150 years. Still there now is a taller building. So you can see my great grandfather, my grandfather, my father, and myself. So it's only a 10 minutes walk. This is really my neighborhood school, I would say. And of course, when I came in 1960, Mr. Yu, he just passed away last year, and Julian Jun is my primary, head master, Mr. Wells there, and I really had a great time from primary 4 to upper 6, a really fantastic time of my life. Of course, the highlight, as Tammy told you, was my championship grade A basketball. Then you can see Vice President Song, Mr. Yun, Dr. Drake, Mr. Ng, the head coach, and Mr. Tu with the whole team. Now, this team is very special. We actually have 3 games over 100 points. Never before anybody scored 100 points. And we are unbeaten. We actually even beat the international school in a friendly match. So we are totally the best in Hong Kong at the time. So very excited. Now, I think from the recommendation of Mr. Emerson and Mr. Drake, Emerson is probably much like Mr. Ryan with you right now, advisors to America. He advised me to go to Dartmouth College in New Hampshire. In fact, at the time, there were 4 classmates applying for this college, and I was fortunate to get accepted. So I have a good 5 years there, and it's very cold, but I'm not quite prepared to get there physically, but I think in terms of my academic ability, did really well. I wasn't the best student in St. Paul's. In fact, I was probably below average, but when I got there, I did really well. And in fact, they accepted me into medical school. At the time, for foreign students, very rare to get into medical school. From there, I go to a city called Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a steel industrial city in the 60s, or even before that. But now it turned to a more subtle city. But this is what it looked like. And I think that all the pollution that you see in Hong Kong right now is probably an effect that all this industry moved to Asia. So this is a good and bad part of all this industry ongoing. Now it's beautiful. You can see there are all the pictures I took with my iPhone, by the way. I have a photo exhibit just recently of my iPhone pictures. So my philosophy is find a good picture every day and you'll be happy forever. Just like take an apple every day, take a doctor's always, same idea. So look at a good thing in life. You'll find something very good every day and take it and save it and send it to your friends. Now what you see right here, you have this bookmark. Hopefully you will keep it for a long time. These are 20 thoughts I had that I learned throughout my lifetime. This morning I cannot share every thought with you, but we have a YouTube. We load it on the YouTube. You can look at the YouTube and find this. So in the YouTube you have a more 26 minutes detail. Today is only a very short version of that. Now I think the first is do what you love. You should really have a heart, exactly what you want to do. Your mom and dad, your teacher may say, well, you should be a doctor, you should be like that, but you should exactly do what you love. If you do what you love, you'll be happy the rest of your life. Look at Tan Ga-Lin, who, by the way, taught me guitar, and Liu Chen, Chan Jie-Ke. They were very good students here, but how do you know they're going to become a professor of music in Toronto? And Chan Jie-Ke is a master chef, and teacher in Toronto. My God, I could never imagine that. Absolutely happy what they do. Now, I think throughout your time in St. Paul's and beyond, you'll find mentors. I see a teacher right here. Okay? She's your mentor. Go to her because she's going to help you with many solutions. So look, and it's a speak. I saw the pictures over there. And so are the teachers. But these mentors, as times go on, they become friends. Just a few years ago, we were at the 160th anniversary, and all these mentors, my God, they are still mentors always, but also become friends. In fact, we have a luncheon today, and about 15 of them are coming to meet some of our alumni. So to me, it's incredible that 50 years ago, these same people have touched my life tremendously. Now look among you. next to each other. This is your friends. This is your friends from life, like Tenny and many other people. These are the people that's going to help you through high time, low time. So like when the girlfriend dumped Kenny, Tenny will come to me and say, how can I get another girlfriend? Stuff like that. Okay. So you understand. Okay. So basically, this is exactly what you need, and you can talk to all those people. It's important to develop this relationship. Now, one of the things that in America that people talk about is you are really talented. You can do multitask. You can do many things at the same time. But I'm telling you, as a doctor, as a surgeon, I must concentrate on what I'm doing in surgery. I just did 2 years ago in China. So if I think of other things, it won't work. So these two alumni, Lo Tinhoi on the left and Josh Low on the right, you look at them at this moment, you do not know they are actually master photographers. Lo Tinhoi actually have exhibition in Hong Kong, and Josh Low won the best award from Canada for this particular picture, the Dueling Eagle. This requires a focused approach to things. Now, you know about IQ. Hong Kong people always score real well. In fact, I remember when I was taking SAT, a few of them get perfect scores. You know, in fact, I still keep in touch with some of them, 800 at the time. So, Tenny is one of those people that have really good, IQ. He went to MIT and Stanford and things like that. You can see, very hard to get in. But the most important about Tenny, he got so-called EQ. Now, what is EQ? EQ is in your emotional quotient. The way you relate to people and put people together. Look at that. The year after I played in my rock and roll band, actually, John Deckman, who's back there with Tenny, was doing just acoustic music right on stage right here. So really soothing, and now we put it all together, like today, and with you. And so I think it's a really good emotional quotient that he is doing. FaceTime. Now, if you look at this picture, you can see the Singapore boys in the front. Now, you use your iPhone. You have iPhone, you guys. Are you allowed to do iPhone? You text each other. You do all kind of things, and you think you don't need to talk to each other on the computer. But basically, this is nice to communicate. But nothing is more better than looking at each other's eyes and touch other hand to talk to each other. Just like this Singapore secondary girls. They're swarming to Henry Horn, who's our top boy, for FaceTime. No question about it. Right here. Alright? So if you want to be like the Singapore boys, you better learn how to do FaceTime. Especially the Singapore girls and other people around. Now, you need to find a difference in life. So if you're going to stay where you are, like if I'm going to be a surgeon and I'm not going to improve myself, doing the same operation every time, it won't benefit the patients. You need to look for a difference. And Sun Jiangwei is one of those people, finished here, went to Hong Kong, U Physics, and come back as a teacher, become the night principal. But he went on to more education process. He's now running a private tutoring service. But Louisa, the wife, and the kids, Kenan and Reginald, absolutely incredible. Kenan and Reginald both went to Oxford with full scholarship. And so you can see Sun Jiangwei doesn't only have all the students, but also reflect in the family value to be so important to raise everybody to a high level. Now, what is do the right thing? It's a simple word, but it's very complicated. I think to me, do the right thing is everything you learn from, even from a very young age, from your family, through your school, through your teachers, through your principal, that is right here. And I think your mindset to do something correct for the society, for yourself, and not self-serving. Okay? So do the right thing is important. So think about it. And I'm sure you're in a very good environment to do that. In fact, a few years ago, I gave this talk in my presidency at the Sports Society in America. The title is Credibility, which you are. You go to Singapore, okay? Very good credible. But you have to maintain this by integrity. You cannot be, swayed by other things, about money and other things to do something different. Maybe you're shy, like Tammy said. Only 3 of you do basketball. I'm shocked. I thought that all of you would be raising your hand. I saw you guys play. You know, when I was young, we don't have a court like you. We're on the other side, and it's got so bad. But we play every day, and then think you're watching and cheering around all the time. So keep a healthy mind and body is important. And you can see on the right side, a swim team with Sito Ganger and Xiu Gong and all those people. And now I'm still riding bicycle and my own bike team. So it's important to keep healthy and understand what you're eating and things like that to maintain a lifelong, healthy mind and life. Now, what is the world is flat? Of course, this is a conception put in a long time ago by people. We know the world is round, like the moon. But the reason why I say it's flat because now the world is very close to each other. It's like you walk there almost, by plane, by internet communication. Also, the world problem is your problem. I know you have your problem in Hong Kong with all these young people in the bus station, but the main problem around the world, like pollution, is your problem too. So you have to think worldwide. Now, in my field, in sport medicine, we took care of people all over the world from Yao Ming to Ling Chuan and Pele and Baggio. So in me, I talk the same language as other doctors over the world and take care of the patient. So will be you. You finish in pause. Charity starts at home. Now this is a picture in the Interact Club back in the 60s. Guan Gaoling, who's now a professor in California, was the president. In fact, I succeeded him, become the next president. And one thing we did with Wang Zhou back there, one of our classmates, to find something called the YES. What is YES? It's a Youth Employment Service. Because at that time, the summer high school students do not work. They just stay home, but now we actually make them work. We go to all the Rotary Club members and ask for support to find jobs for these people. And we find thousands of them. So it's a good thing. Charities at home. So any small thing you can think of to help the society is good. It can be for money, it can be for jobs, it can be for other forms. And I saw this picture. Now I was told this is the executive board. So I hope they will find a big group to help with this good cause, with the Rotary Club. But it doesn't have to be the Inter Club, it can be anything else. Now what set you up in the past may project you to the future. A famous American Warren Buffett said, "You're in the shade today because somebody planted the trees 50 years ago." Same idea. So if you look at these 5 gentlemen right here, or boys, can you imagine what they're going to do today? Okay? So they will do what they do today because St. Paul's, the family, education afterwards. So from left to right, first is Oliver Hu, who is now the chairman of the Basic Law Institute of Hong Kong. He's a barrister. Ting Cheng, world famous, my head prefect. I was his assistant. He was jailed in 1,000 days in China. He is probably the most famous person beside I am Pei, living from St. Paul Boys. Michael Wu King, who went to Harvard Political Science, now a professor in California. Or Gam Jiao, who's a lawyer and a policeman, and now doing criminal law in America too, and also come back to Hong Kong. And Mao Fai, who's a board member of St. Paul's, and also is a deputy of the National People's Congress, and he also is a barrister. So all these people, my God, you can imagine 40 years ago what they do today. I think it's tremendous what they do today. Now, I always remind my trainees, to be a doctor is not easy. You have to work long hours, you have to deal with difficult patients, and sometimes it may not work. But when you go home, this is what you have. Your home is the most important element in your life. So without home, there's nothing. So I want to remind all of you, home is where you start. Remember everybody's birthday, your brothers and sisters, your parents, your kids in the future. Support them in the event. It's a basketball game, it's a music performance, it's a choir. Just go to support them. My God, this is incredible. What you're going to find pride and joy now. I have 5 grandkids, and we have a summer vacation every year in Hilton Head. A lot of fun. Now, you are very lucky to be here in St. Paul's Boys. I would say that you are now in an environment for success. You have Team C, Day Lei and more. It's right here. You can see the St. Paul Emperor, it's right in the middle. So with this Manji kind of prediction, I'm almost for sure that you will be successful in the future with all the teachers and support you have here. Now, as I go through all these years, all these pictures, we also always remember the St. Paul's motto, all for each and each for all. In fact, we changed it to be all for one and one for all. And you can see all these pictures throughout the years. You can see, we used to go to Serena restaurant. I don't know if anyone of you go, but it used to be a restaurant we go for lunch, but now I guess it's very expensive. So you can't go for very much anymore. And you can see this aha. He was my second principal, Mrs. Peak was my first principal with Benny and Tenny. And one of the four memorable teacher I had is Moses Mu, who is a music teacher. And we used to go to the music festival, and we usually won all the the choir. And Moses Mu was incredible. He's motivational. He is a very good person. He was approachable, and he also wrote our school song. So I think that I want to thank Principal Yun, Bill Ryan, Tammy Dun, Sanjay Wai, and my class, and the association, and of course all of you. It's inspiring that I came before you today. I have chills walking in this morning. I only slept 3 hours last night. I'm really worried about what I'm going to be like today in front of you. I can imagine 50 years ago I was just like one of you too. So thank you very much. Thank you.
我頭先聽到校長話 Form 6嗰啲學生都喺度，咁我想補充一點。咁 Form 6啲學生咧，都大個仔嘅，過多幾年咧就即係會得出嚟社會。我就想 encourage 你哋盡量訓練自己，唔好咁怕醜，出多啲聲，講多啲嘢。尤其 especially 如果你覺得自己做得啱嘅，做得好嘅話，就要出聲。即係我唔係話叫你哋炫耀，不過你唔好夾硬撳住自己嘅光芒。尤其是如果你將來去外國社會生活嘅話咧，係好蝕底嘅，會俾人恰嘅。所以我希望你哋盡量訓練自己 more verbal，OK， 切記。
Thank you, Mr. Jun, and thank you, Dr. Fu, for all your presentations. It has taken Dr. Fu perhaps more than 60 hours to put all the pictures and slides together for this presentation. It's really a labor of love. From then you can see that how much the college has shaped them, the person that they are today, and how much they want to give back to the college. Their presentation, as well as the 1966 presentation, are a reminder to us that we all share the same history and tradition of the college. We are all, despite that half a century gap, we are all part of this unbroken chain that stretches over 165 years. I hope in 40, 50 years' time, you will be the ones coming up here on stage to talk about your life story, your life lessons, and to talk about your pride of the college. Please stand.